about to start here, Sam, for the Jim Harbaugh era, and we got to dive right in right now with the offense. Josh Gaddis, the first time play calling. What are you expecting today as they prepare for Middle Tennessee State?
Yeah, look, that was one of the biggest developments of the offseason, not just for Michigan, but the Big Ten. Maybe even one of the biggest in the country when you consider a lot of folks predicted Michigan to be in the playoffs. I don't know if you do that if they don't bring Josh Gaddis in and his pro spread attack. He's talked a lot about speed and space, getting his playmakers the ball, the opportunities to make plays, and I think that will indeed be a big deal. But as big, if not bigger, is how they're going to utilize all of their weapons on a constant basis. What do I mean by that? His pro spread attack is based on what they did at Bama. If you look at Bama's stats last year, it's startling to me that when you consider that Nico Collins was Michigan's leading receiver with about 630 receiving yards, Alabama had 5 receivers with more receiving yards than that. 5 of them. So, Michigan's leading pass catcher, Donovan Peoples-Jones, had about 47 receptions, somewhere along those lines. One Bama receiver had more than that. He had about 68, Judy. But then Donovan would have been second. And then numbers 4, 5, 6, and 7, Josh, would have been Bama receivers, all that had 40 or more receptions. They had 2 running backs with 20-plus receptions. The point is, they spread the football around. They feed a lot of guys. They run a lot of plays. So Michigan will get more plays off. They're gonna utilize the entire field and all of their weapons, game in and game out. I think you'll see them have a more explosive and diverse passing attack.
I know we're going to talk about the passing game, but the run game has been sort of a storyline as we head into the fall. Obviously, some talented runners there. True Wilson is going to be the expected starter, the senior, but then you got other guys coming in, Christian Turner and then Zach Charbonnet, who's everybody's been raving about. He's sort of that big kid that we really just haven't seen, where everyone just wants to see on the field.
Yeah, I think those would be your 3 primary guys. I think other guys would get a couple coffee here and there. But primarily True Wilson, steady, veteran guy, a guy who earned his stripes as a walk-on, who earned a scholarship, really hard-nosed, physical, assignment sound, especially in pass pro. You'll see him out there. Christian Turner, you saw him flash his speed in the bowl game, but for a tiptoe out of bounds, he would have had a big play in that game. So he gives them, that lightning strike out of the backfield. But the guy that everyone is raving about is Zach Charbonnet, the true freshman out of California. He's big at 6'2" and about 230 pounds. He's physical, but he also runs with great vision and has good quickness for that size. And I think that's the thing that our guys like Greg Biggins and Brandon Huffman really marveled at, watching him as a senior become more explosive, become more of a playmaker in space when he gets a step. He was able to go the distance a little more often. I think he brings maybe a dynamic, a combination of what all of those other guys are in the backfield. It's going to take some time as a freshman to maybe take the mantle as the main guy. But I think if not in the first game, he will be before long the number 1 pick.
So it's almost like deja vu again for Don Brown and this defense. They have to reload. They lost a ton of talent in the NFL. Chase Winovich, Rashawn Gary, the stud Devin Bush Jr., and of course we had David Long in the secondary. Those are just 4 names to know. Of course, he's going to still play aggressive, and all they do is seem to reload. I mean, what are your expectations for this defense? Is it going to be led by the defensive front?
I really think it's hard. Yes. So simple answer. Yes, because I think Kwity Paye is going to be the best player on this defense. I think Kwity Paye is going to be an all Big Ten caliber player, and that's saying something when you consider in the Big Ten this year, you got Kenny Willekes at Michigan State, you got A.J. Epinenza at Iowa, you got Chase Young at Ohio State. So you make all Big Ten this year at defensive end,
legit.
You are a baller. So I think Kwity Paye is going to be in that mix with those guys. I like the addition of Mike Dana. He's going to give them a proven pass rusher to go along with a guy like Aiden Hutchinson who's going to step up. They're going to be good on the edge. I don't know what they're going to be in the middle of that defense. Big question mark. And then you go back to linebacker. They got a lot of guys with talent. I think Josh Ross physical. I think he'll be the vocal leader. I really like how he is a zone defender. He doesn't necessarily have the kind of speed that Devin Bush has.
So the Cam McGrone would obviously be the guy that we're looking
Yeah,
at.
Cam McGrone.
Can he make that next step?
Yeah, but a guy who hasn't played before. So it's going to be a work in progress. I think you're going to see all of those guys play. I think you're going to see Michigan be more diverse defensively when it comes to alignment. Throw some odd stack in there to kind of give them some more coverage up the field. But maybe the biggest development is the growth of the safety position for them. They are bullish about how good Brad Hawkins is going to be this year. They feel like as a safety, they can walk him down over a slot, have him play that nickel position, and they don't lose anything coverage-wise. They can cover smaller, quicker guys, but also he's big enough to step on over a tight end, set the edge in the run game, and then so when he rolls down the nickel, you can bring in either Jamar Woods or the freshman wonderkin, Daxton Hill.
Right.
And so if he's not the number 2 free safety in this game, it won't be long. He is the most talented athlete I've seen Michigan recruit to the safety position ever. That's not hyperbole. They haven't had a better athlete recruited to that position than Daxton Hill. Now, I don't know how good he's going to be. I'm just telling you on paper, his measurables, they haven't had a better guy. And so, and then corner, what does your corner depth look like?
Ambry Thomas, that's a big storyline, right?
And I don't know that you see Ambry today. So, what does their corner depth look like after Bert Hill, Vince Gray didn't play? He was out there, but he didn't really play a ton last year. And then Jalen Kelly-Powell trying to work his way into the lineup to be a real contributor. That's going to be a work in progress, the corner position.
Okay, now let's focus on the game. Prediction: Michigan wins.
Yeah,
how much and why?
I don't know that they cover. I think they win comfortably. I think you're gonna see Michigan score in the 40s. You're talking about a defense for Middle Tennessee State. All of that explosive diversification in the passing game for Michigan, they aren't really equipped to stop that. They don't really put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. They're gonna be breaking in new corners. I mean, you got 2 new starters at corner, and their safeties, who are among their top playmakers, are more noted for their impact in the run game and attacking the line of scrimmage. So not known as cover guys. Michigan's going to have some opportunities through the air today to really put up some points. Defensively, you're going against an offense that is an air raid attack, but they're breaking in a new quarterback. Either Asher O'Hara, who was the backup last year, didn't play a ton. Randall Johnson, I believe his name is, a JUCO transfer. Either way, you're going to be working in a quarterback that's inexperienced in this system behind an offensive line with 3 new starters. So it's a recipe for a defense with a lot of question marks for Michigan really getting off to a successful start. I got Michigan winning this game, scoring in the 40s. I can't remember what my score was, but something along the lines of 45-60.
Either way, Michigan's going to win big. We'll see. I got them covering, but either way, look for all our coverage and more on the MichiganInsider.com.